Hi guys, this is Emily from Emily's Anthology, and as promised I have the second Valentine's Day look up for anyone who wanted a softer, sweeter look. It has pink tones in the eyeshadow and a light blue color on the lower lash line. I just thought that it would be fun to add a pop of color. If you guys like it, continue watching to find out how you can get the look. And thanks so much for watching. Bye. So I've already done my brows and I put on my foundation. I was using the Chanel Vita Lumiere foundation. And on my brows I have the Urban Decay Urban Brow. I think that's what it's called. And I'm going to move on to the eye makeup now. I have a bit of mascara on from the makeup that I was wearing today, so just don't mind that. I'm going to start with an Etude House Proof 10 Eye Primer. It's a Korean brand, and I've actually reviewed this in comparison to the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'll put the link in the description box if anybody wants to go and see the review. So I'm just going to use this all over my lid. And I'm just going to pat it in with my finger. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I just want my makeup to stick and last. I'm now going to start with the eyeshadow, and the colors that I chose to use for this look are from the Sleek palette, and the palette is the Storm palette. And I'm going to be using these two colors here and here. I'm going to start with this color. I'm going to pick it up on my flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to pack it onto the center of the lid and bring it closer to the inner corners, but not on the outer corners. Just bring it all the way up into your crease. Next, just using the other side of the brush that we used earlier for the first color, I'm going to go in and tap the second color, and I'm going to pack that onto the outer corner of my eye. And just bring it into a C shape by pulling it into the crease a little bit. If you're in the US and you want to get a similar color to this without having to shop online, NYX Eyeshadows does a color called Rust that is pretty similar, and I think it's a bit nicer than this one. A little bit more red, which is what I want because it's a Valentine's Day look, if that makes any sense. Now that I've applied the darker eyeshadow in the outer C, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blending brush. This is the Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm just going to soften the edges of the eyeshadow. Just lightly. Being careful not to blend the C away. Now if you like the eye makeup as it is, you can just leave it like that and move on to your eyelashes. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a shade color into my crease because I like the dimension it gives to my really flat eye. I'm just going to stay with the Sleek palette, and I'm going to be using this color over here. It's a dark brown. I'm just going to use the same blending brush, tap it into the eyeshadow, and just run it into my crease. If you already have deep set eyes, you can skip this step because all it's going to do is make the makeup a lot darker, and that's not the look that I'm going for here. If you wanted it that way, of course you could do it. Now I'm almost done with the eye makeup, but I think I'd rather have a more intense light shimmery color inside, on the inner corner of my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with a pale gold just on the very inner corners of my eyes. And I'm gonna use a pencil brush for this. This is from Royal Langnickel, I think. They make really good brushes and I really like this one. I'm going to dip it into a pale gold color and I'm just going to place it in the inner corners of my eyes and blend that into the color that I used earlier. And this provides a really good highlight and opens up your eyes. Now moving on to the eyeliner, I just want to draw a really fine line just really close to the lashes because I don't want this to be a big liner look. And because my eyes can look kind of droopy, I'm going to wing it out a little bit at the outer corners. I'm using a Hello Kitty pretty eyeliner. I'm just gonna thicken the outer corners a little. I'm also gonna lightly line the bottom lash line with the same eyeliner. To add a nice twist to the makeup, I thought I'd just line the bottom lash line with a different color. I'm still using the same palette from Sleek, and I'm gonna use this color over here. It's like an ocean blue, a grayish ocean blue. I'm gonna take a smoky eyeliner brush, tap it into that eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna smoke out the lower lash line with it. And that will just add an interesting pop of color to the entire look. You can use whatever color you want here. I just chose blue because it's my favorite color, and I just thought it'd go really well with the rusty red and the pink. Now I'm just going to clean up under the eye, and I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and this is the color Pale. I'm just going to dot that underneath my eye and just blend it out with a clean finger. You want to use your fourth finger for this because it's the weakest finger and it won't do as much damage as the others. So I've just cleaned up under my eyes, did a bit of concealing, and now I'm going to use these fluttery false eyelashes. Just gonna go put them on and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm gonna apply some powder just to set my foundation and the concealer. I'm using a Sleek Luminous Pressed Powder, and I'm using the shade LPP01. I'm just gonna use an Eco Tools brush for this, and I'm gonna pat the powder all over my T-zone and a little on my cheeks. Now I'm just going to contour my face. I'm using a Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette in Intensity 1. And I'm just going to place it on my cheekbones. Underneath my cheekbones, sorry. I know a lot of people say that they have problems applying cream products on top of powder and the other way around. But I haven't really experienced any problems with this. And I think if you buff it in really properly, you shouldn't experience any problems with it either. So just keep going over it until you get a smooth, blended, even finish. I'm also going to bring it down underneath my cheek, underneath my jawline. Now I'm going to apply a blush to the tops of my cheekbones, and I'm going to use a NYX blush in Dusty Rose. This is a mauvey pink color. And I'm just going to pat that above the contour onto the tops of my cheekbones and kind of blend it into the contour color. Now since it's Valentine's Day, I want this to be a really glowy look, so I'm going to go back in with my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette. This time I'm going to use the highlight color on a stippling brush. Just going to pat it into the product. And then I'm going to pat it on the tops of my cheekbones. With this Tom Ford product, it's really light, so to get a good glow, I'd suggest just relayering the product to get a really good finish. Just bring it up in a C towards your temples, and I don't know if you can see it catching the light. It's really pretty. I'm also going to go in with my finger, grab a bit of product on, swirl the finger in there a little bit, and apply it to the tops of the brow bone so that when it catches the light, it has a pretty luminescence as well. I am also going to contour the nose, and for this I have a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. This is an eye brush, but I find it is really good for contouring. I really love using it. It disperses the product just nicely. And I'm going to use this with the same Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette. Just dip the brush inside, tap it in, and run it down the sides of the nose. Finally, on the lip, I'm going to try two different colors for you. I have a new release actually. I'm going to be blogging about it soon, so I'll put the link in the description box to the review on my blog. It is a really pretty Sisley Phyto Lip Shine. Comes in a box like this, and it has a little velvet pouch. And here's the lipstick. The color is number 6 Sheer Burgundy. And as you can see, I can just apply it, not have to worry about lip brushes or anything like that. So here's the first lip color, and now I'm going to remove this and I'm going to try the other shade. The second lip color I'm going to try is a more nude color. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in Pink Pout. And I'm going to top this off with my Beauté Luminous Volume Gloss in Girly Show. So that's the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day. Bye everyone!